Hi weenies! Welcome to the final installment of the Summerween readathon. I've been having a pretty incredible time overall. Summerween has been going well. Let me put up the prompts and we'll talk through everything that we have or haven't completed so far. Prompt number 1 was to read a book in the dark. We will be completing that hopefully tonight. Prompt number 2 is to read a thriller. We did that. We read Something in the Water, and I think The Book of the Most Precious Substance is also technically a thriller. So we've done that. We completed that. We did read a book that was set in the fall, because even though I thought My Best Friend's Exorcism was set in the summer, it is actually set primarily in the fall, so we did that. We did read a book with orange or black on the cover. That was My Best Friend's Exorcism as well. And then we also need to read a manga, graphic novel, or novella. So I'm hoping that tonight we can either read the entirety of The House in the Dark in the Woods, or I also just got from the library The House at the Bottom of the Lake, and those are two pretty short audiobooks. They're 4 and 5 hours respectively, so we could do that if I listen to them on like 2 times speed, which is pretty typical for me. Then we can knock those out in 2.5 hours. That doesn't seem like an absurd amount of time to lay in the dark, so we could do that. And then we're also going to read Witch Hat Atelier, which is a manga. So those are the plans. Maybe we'll also try to fit in Mexican Gothic, because that's on my TBR for this month. I would really like to read that. I feel like I need a haunted house moldy horror moment, and that is what Mexican Gothic is. So I'm hoping that we can also fit that one in. That's how many books? 4 books in 3 days while I'm working full-time? Sure, that's doable. We're also going to read my 100th book of the year, because I was logging everything in Storygraph last night before I went to sleep, and I have read 99 books this year, so whatever book I finish next will be my 100th book of the year. It depends on how my reading goes the second half of the year, but I might hit 200 books this year. That would be crazy. So to pick up where we left off in the last vlog, I started reading This Thing Between Us, and I'm really enjoying it. We're following this couple. She has died. We start at her funeral, and he is kind of watching all of her friends and family talk about her, and it's a really interesting dynamic because they were married. They were the closest person in each other's lives, so he knows her so completely, and then to hear other people grieve her in a way that feels to him very disingenuous, because they'll fixate on these moments from her life and try to extrapolate her whole essence from that moment. It rubs him the wrong way, and I think it's a really interesting look at grief, and I think this book is gonna hit hard. I have really high hopes for it. I'm gonna go back to work. I'll see you later. Hi friends, I just finished work and the doggies are eating, so if you hear munching sounds, that's what that is. But I just got an Amazon package, and I think it's a book, but I don't remember ordering a book. So we're gonna open it together, because I'm not really sure what it is. Oh my god! Monica! Monica sent me a book. I'm gonna cry. I added an Amazon wishlist to my description just because a couple people had asked me to put some way for people to support the channel, and I'm not quite ready to make a Patreon or a channel membership or anything like that, so I just added a couple things that I was excited about. Monica, she sent me The Moth Keeper. This author wrote The Tea Dragon Society, which is one of my favorite things that I've ever read. Oh my god, we're gonna read this right now. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Monica. You have no idea how much this means. I'm gonna read it right now in the vlog so you can watch me. Honestly, I don't even care if you don't think this fits into Summerween. We're reading it. Moths are out at night. It's Summerween that happens at night. We're gonna read it. Okay, let's go outside and read. I'm so excited. Well, this was exactly what I needed. I think I was feeling a little burnt out of the spooky, scary things, and I needed a touch I needed a touch of coziness. And this is my 100th book of the year, which feels so fitting. I had an absolutely lovely time reading this, and I think it does work for Summerween because we are following this village that is nocturnal. So the lore of this village is that the night spirit was really lonely, and so this village of people decided that they would become nocturnal so they could keep the night spirit company, and they have these magical moths that they need to take care of, kind of like a shepherd situation where we have one person who is the moth keeper who is out in the desert with the moths all night, and those moths are necessary to pollinate this magical tree. And it's just such a beautiful, simple story, and I had a really, really lovely time. Monica, thank you so much for sending this to me. You are an incredibly kind person, and I very much appreciate it. I think we're still gonna read Witch Hat Atelier, but this means that we did complete the prompt of reading a graphic novel, manga, or novella, because this is a lovely little graphic novel. I also have another update for you. Let me go find the book. I'm a little bit under halfway through this book, and a dog has just entered the conversation, and I am very worried about this dog's safety. I think in the book it says it's a Saint Bernard, but this on the cover doesn't look like a Saint Bernard. So I'm wondering if this is not the dog. I can't remember who it was, but someone reviewed this and pointed to this dog and said, "That's a dog on the cover. You've been warned." And so now I'm convinced that something horrific is gonna happen to the dog. So I don't know how attached I should be getting to the dog, but that dog doesn't seem like it looks like this dog. I'm overthinking the dog aspect of the book. I think this has some really poignant things to say about grief. I think it's gonna be really smart cosmic horror, which is exactly what I want, but I think it also might be really difficult to get through. So I'm just gonna take it easy and read it when I feel like reading it, and we can pick up something maybe a little bit more silly in the meantime if I don't want to read this all the time. Here's the situation, friends. I'm feeling a little burnt out. I promise you I will finish this, I think probably tomorrow, and then we will at least read something else, either Witch Hat Atelier or The House in the Dark of the Woods or Mexican Gothic. I look red and tired. I think you can tell I'm a little worn out. How's this? I'll check back in when something interesting happens. Hi Weenies, it's now 5 p.m. on Wednesday. I just finished work, and my mission is to read Witch Hat Atelier. I did start this morning before I had to go to work, and I'm like just a tiny bit into it. I just had like 10 minutes to read this morning, but it's really, really cute so far. We're following this little girl. She's obsessed with magic, but her mom told her that it's something that you're born with and not something that you can learn. So she really wanted to be a witch, but didn't think that was ever going to be an option for her. And then one day these people come into the village, come into her mother's shop, and she's there, and there's this witch there. Something happens to their like magical Pegasus carriage, and the witch fixes the carriage, and she like takes an interest in that, and he takes an interest in like how steady her hands are when she's like cutting the fabric and measuring things for the shop. And so I think maybe he's gonna teach her how to be a witch. I think that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm really excited. Let's go read. Hello, I'm laying on the couch. Webster is here with me. I have not finished reading this yet, but it is very fun. It's giving Howl's Moving Castle, and I'm having a good time. But instead of Howl and Sophie getting together in the end, it's Howl is Sophie's teacher and Sophie's a child sort of vibes. I just made breakfast for dinner, which was incredible because I didn't want to eat anything that was in my fridge. So I just had fried eggs on toast, and it was delectable. I'll just have to put it there. I finished this thing between us. Can you not put your claws into my leg, please? This book solidified for me that cosmic horror is my favorite type of horror. Like, this book isn't a new favorite book, but I really loved the conversations that we were having, and this is the type of horror that I just eat up. I told you yesterday that I was worried about the dog. I had reason to be worried about the dog. The things that happened to the dog were not the things that I expected to happen to the dog, and they were, in fact, much worse than I thought it would be. It's not really possible for me to tell you any more than that without spoiling anything, but things went down with the dog. There's my dogs. Hi, friends. Y'all, I am so sleepy. I am so burnt out. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't want to read anything today. So I think probably the solution is just to not read until I want to read again. So I might just see you tomorrow, but I promise you we will at least finish this before the readathon ends. I don't ever want to force myself to read when I'm not feeling it, because that's just going to push me into a deeper reading slump for the rest of the month. And I have other things that I want to read this month. I just have been doing too many things, so I'm going to deliberately do less things. And I will see you when I'm ready to do things again. It's been about an hour, and I finished my chat atelier. I've been sitting out here in the yard with the doggies playing laser pointer because my dog is a cat. I apologize if the cicadas are really loud. They really have something to say today. This was lovely, so cute and so fun. We have this young little witch who's learning how to be a witch, and it's just really cute and fun. She got some friends, some frenemies. She's trying to complete these trials, learn about magic in her own special way. A little twist happened at the end. We've set up for volume 2, and I think I will continue to pick up one of these, 2 of these every year, and just slowly make my way through the series because it's really cute and lovely. I don't think it's the most groundbreaking thing I've ever read, but it's sweet and exactly what I think I needed today. And on that lovely note, I think I will just see you tomorrow for the final day of Summerween. Just kidding, it's still Tuesday. I decided that I wanted to whiten my teeth. I've had these in my mirror for forever, and I haven't used them because teeth whitening really hurts my teeth. I have really sensitive teeth, and I'm grumpy and in pain for like 24 hours after I do it, and I never do it. But I was a vampire for Halloween this last year. I had like fake teeth, and they were just a little bit too white, and I was like, okay, I should probably whiten my teeth. Anyways, I saw someone on TikTok say that it's actually the bottom part of your tooth that is really sensitive, that like absorbs, that goes to the nerve that really hurts. So they said if you cut them in half and just put them on the top. That's what I did. So I just like, I cut it in half on each side and then left this so I can use that next time. And I'll let you know if it's any better. But the other thing that I hate about whitening my teeth is the taste of whatever it is, the whitening whatever. I hate the taste of that in my mouth. It makes me want to crawl out of my skin. So I thought maybe we'll put an audiobook on and I'll clean the house to distract myself. So that means that we have to pick another audiobook. I have A House That Bought on the Lake, and I have The House in the Dark of the Woods. If I'm going to be super honest with you, I don't really want to read either of them. I started reading The House That Bought on the Lake, and I'm not really enjoying either of our main characters. They're 17, they're going on a first date, and they just are really annoying me. But I don't know if I should push through or not, so maybe I'll try In the House in the Dark of the Woods, and we'll kind of go from there. Since that's what I told you I was going to read anyways, we'll try this. I'll report back. Okay, time to clean. Hello. It's been 25 minutes, but I can't take it any longer. God, it tastes so bad. Ugh. Okay, done. TikTok also told me that if my teeth are sensitive, you can brush your teeth with Sensodyne. There was this girl who left white strips on for like overnight, like she fell asleep, and her teeth hurt so bad, and he said you could brush your teeth with Sensodyne or just like put Sensodyne on your teeth because it apparently, the like whitening thing like opens up the pores in your tooth and like cleans them out. But then, wow, my toothbrush is gross, don't look at that. But Sensodyne plugs the holes, so guess I'm getting all my dental care tips from TikTok now. It usually doesn't start hurting until the day after, so I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated on what happens with the teepees. Let's chat about the book. Here it is. I am 10% of the way into the book. It was 25 minutes of the audiobook, and it was lovely. I'm on chapter 6, I think. I can't tell you if I'm enjoying it because I have absolutely no idea what's happening. We have this woman who is in the woods. It's very stream of consciousness. She's in the woods. She's trying to pick berries for her husband and her child. And she's met this woman who's kind of a witchy figure in the woods. She drops her off at the house of another woman. It feels weird. And I guess we'll see if it's good weird or bad weird. I don't really have much else to say. I think this is actually gonna be my last update for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. I can't believe this is the last day of Summerween. I'm really gonna miss hanging out with you guys so much. I have a couple of updates. Update number 1, my teeth feel fine. Like, I had a little bit last night. Webster's moving my chair so he can lay underneath it. I'll show you. Where are you going? I dropped a blanket on the floor next to my desk like 2 weeks ago, and he's decided that's his bed now, so he army crawls behind my chair so we can go and lay on his blanket, and it's very cute. What was I trying to tell you? My teeth feel fine. They hurt a little bit last night as I was falling asleep, but this morning they feel like maybe a little bit more sensitive than they usually are, but the TikTok girlies did not lie to me. They feel a lot better than they would typically. I mean, you can tell me, but I don't think they look any whiter, but we'll see. I'm also halfway through The House in the Dark of the Woods. It's still weird. I still don't know what's going on. I really have no idea what to tell you about this because this book is so hard to explain. There's this little tagline on the inside flap that says, "Once upon a time there was and there wasn't a woman who went to the woods," and that's what happens. We're meeting these people. There's like weird, possibly supernatural things going on. Some witchy stuff is happening. It's just all got this like very lyrical stream of consciousness fairy tale quality to it, and it's just unsettling all the way through. And I'm not having like an amazing time, but I am enjoying my time spent in the woods. I've had this book for a really long time and I keep putting it off, and I feel like that's what's happened a lot to a lot of the Summerween stuff is I just grabbed all the horror that I had and I'm just eating my way through it. I just ate lunch with a couple of hours left of work, and then I'm going on another date tonight, which is very exciting. We're gonna go to this mini golf place and that's gonna be fun. But I am just like so done with my hair. Once it touches my shoulders, I want nothing to do with it, and I think it looks awful. So I might cut my hair tonight. That might be what we do before I go on this date. Maybe this vlog is chaotic enough. Maybe you don't need to watch me cut my hair. I guess you're about to find out, because the next clip is either going to be me reading my book in a regular location, or it'll be me listening to the audiobook while I cut my hair. 3, 2, 1. I've decided not to cut my hair tonight because Kayla is live streaming on her channel membership, so I'm gonna do some reading sprints, and that's gonna be fun, and I will not make an unhinged decision today. I am most definitely gonna cut it this weekend though, so let me know in the comments how short I should go. Should I just take an inch or 2 off, or should I go chin length? Let me know, I guess. Okay, let's read. Sully popped his last soccer ball a couple of days ago, so I got him a new one. It's supposed to be foam inside, so hopefully he like can't pop it. We'll see if he likes it. Hi friends, the dishwasher is going in the background, but honestly that's the least of my concerns. I have been crying today. Let me catch you up. It is now 5 p.m. on Friday. Summerween is over. I did finish In the House in the Dark of the Woods last night. My battery's dying. I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished this last night after I got home from my date, which was very lovely, by the way. That's not why I'm crying. This book started weird, it ended weird. I actually really loved the way that everything came together in the end. So I don't know, probably like a 3.5 stars by the end of the day. So that means that we did read 8 things in Summerween. How fun. We read all 7 of these and then also Something in the Water. And I had a really lovely week. Summerween week was incredible. The day after Summerween, not so much. This video is coming out on Sunday. I was gonna put this out today on Friday and then give you another video on Sunday, but we're not doing that because things have changed. I've got some other things to deal with, so that's just what's gonna happen. I'm sorry. My landlord called me this afternoon to tell me that he is unexpectedly moving out of the state and they're not keeping any of their rental properties. And that means that he's selling my house and I have 6 weeks to leave. And I am very stressed because I have, well, this one is an angel. He's fine. I could probably find a place to rent. He could be an apartment dog. He would be fine. But Sullivan needs a yard and he's also very big and people don't want me to live in their house with a big dog, which is, I was gonna say it's fair, but it's not fair. He's a very nice, sweet boy and people should let him live somewhere so that I am not homeless. I am very stressed. It took me a very long time to find this place. This place didn't even allow dogs. I moved here with just a cat and then asked my landlord if I could add the subsequent animals, and he was thankfully very fine with that, and it worked out very well, and I really loved my landlord. And now he's kicking me out. So I guess what that means for you is that you're gonna see some moving house content. I'll probably do a really big unhaul of books and everything because I gotta pick up and move all my entire life in 1 month because I am supposed to be visiting my parents for 2 weeks in Florida and I have planned so much for that vacation and I really need it and I don't want to not be able to do it. And I'm not gonna cry on camera because this is a fun, cozy place full of books, but that's just what's going on. That's why the video is gonna be late. I'm sorry, but I think you'll understand. It's gonna be fine. I found this place, I can find another place. Everything will be okay. It just sucks right now. I hope you're having a better week than I am. Let me know what you read during Summerween in the comments. Let me know what your favorite was. If you want to rant about something, I would love to hear it. Yeah, distract me from this present housing situation by telling me what's going on in your life. I would love to hear it. I love you all. I will see you next week. Prepare for things to be very chaotic over the next couple of months. I'll see you next time. Bye.